Okay, sure. Just setting things up. Oh, got a chat open on my phone. There we go. The chat's open on the phone now. Just streaming this because I'm bored. I'm home by myself, and I think. Can you guys hear me? I don't know. I don't know how loud it is. Like, not loud at all. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you can actually. Okay. I'll just share this link in places really quickly. I don't know. Kind of just going to share this link in a few places, and then I will actually go back to what I was doing. Because I'm at home by myself, and I'm kind of bored, so figured I might as well stream this thing. Okay. Oh, hello. There's a person here. Open phone. Sorry, my phone is being stupid. Where are we? YouTube. Okay. Gonna have this open so I can. Where's the chat? I want to view the chat. Thank you. Now I can see the chat, so I can see when people are talking to me. Okay. At the moment, working on this boy here. He is getting his nose sewn up. I have sewn a horn, which is here, if I can grab it. But yeah, I'm basically just at home by myself and kind of bored, so I thought I'd stream me doing stuff, I guess. I don't know. I've like stabbed myself about 5 times with a sewing needle trying to sew vinyl, so yay! That's fun. Anyway, try and get these seams lined up. So yeah, this is gonna just be a lot of me just sewing and probably looking down and not really looking up as much, so sorry about that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, come on. I don't talk too much while I make things, but I've kind of just been, I don't know, I've been pretty bored, so yeah, I figured I'd stream me making stuff because reasons, I guess. I don't know. My channel's been pretty dead, so I might as well. Let's try and get this through the fucking vinyl without it stabbing me. Oh yeah, I swear a lot too, so I'm sorry about that. I try not to, but I do. Hello. I see you in the chat. I have his face like half patterned. Because I had his face fully patterned and then I had to cut some pieces off to get the pieces for the vinyl. And the suede fabric. So yeah. What? Utica, what are you doing? And yes, I know that's you. Yeah. Oh my god. Stupid. Yes, it is. I recognize the name. Mostly because you use the same name in Minecraft. I remember. This is. Let's sew this everything and try not to stab myself at the same time. Yay! Oof. Stupid vinyl. I have like this random piece of foam that's like a pin cushion that I have on my table just because of the fact that I kept on using pins and kept having to stick them in the freaking side of the mannequin head that is on. Because I didn't have a pin cushion, and I'm like, oh, why don't I just use a scrap piece of foam? Because I didn't think of that before because I'm kind of, I don't know, I was dirt, but I didn't think of that, so. Yeah. Okay. Hello. There's more blue boys in the chat. Yay. Huh. There's 6 people in here right now. Okay. It's like the most trafficked one of my live streams has actually gotten while I've been live, so. Then again, the last time I went live, I think it was something like 9 o'clock at night over here, so yeah, that's probably why. So this is pretty much going to be, making this fursuit's pretty much going to be me hand sewing everything because I don't have a sewing machine, so I have to hand sew literally everything. So this is fun. Very fun. Much fun. I am going to probably be screaming at myself very soon. Because I'm trying to see where to put this. I'm going to turn the light on. It's probably going to be weird lighting. I'm sorry, but I need light because I can't see what the fuck I'm doing. Come on, light. There we go. Oh, Jesus. Light is pretty bright. Okay. Now I'll be able to see what I'm doing. And yes, this chair makes a lot of noise when it moves across the floor. Okay. I can see where the thread is now. Yay. How has your guys' days been today? Or nights? I don't know. Depends where you're from, I guess. Like, how is everyone at the moment? Yeah, what the fuck off? This stupid thing of thread rolled out of nowhere and scared the fuck out of me. Okay, that was just kind of random. This. Oh my god, you stupid thread. Can you cooperate, please? There's only like, I think some people might have had things to do or something, I don't know. But yeah, there's, I don't know. I guess I'll just set this up because, yeah, I'm pretty much here by myself and I've got no one else to talk to. So, and it's a bit hard to type and sew at the same time. Where the hell am I going to be going? Through this bit here. Jesus. Hello, Ryu. I'm working on the boy. And this is fun. I have to hand sew everything. Hello! Hello, more people. Yay. More people to talk to. How is everyone at the moment? This boy, he's an emo boy, but he is a good boy. Like, he seems scary, but he's not actually scary. He tries to act scary, but really he's just a soft boy that's emo. So, yeah. He actually likes hugs, but he won't tell you that. What did it do this time? Stupid thread. But yeah, there's like, well, now there's what? Now there's 72 pattern pieces on this head, and I gotta hand sew every single one of the damn pieces. So that's fun. Yes, Riker is he is a good doggo, but he's currently sitting in a room, not doing much because the weather has been really shit, and I've been really tired, so can't exactly go fursuiting when it like wants to rain every 5 seconds and can't decide whether it wants to be warm or cold outside. Oof. Stupid thread. This thread is so annoying sometimes because sometimes it just makes tiny little knots in itself, and I can't sew with it because then it gets stuck, and then I have to untangle it, and it takes like 4 hours. Oh, okay. He's bestest boy. I don't know. I don't know about that. Oh my god. Stupid thread. Dumb thread. Why? You gotta. Okay. Hopefully this seam ends up looking really neat. If not, then I'll have to just undo it and do it again. So if this suit does not become the death of me, and the 2 suits I have to do after this, then I will probably open up for commissions and stuff because yeah, I'm I'm I've been unable to actually find a proper job or what other people consider a proper job, so might as well do this as a job and try and make some money while I try and find an actual job that I can do. But yeah, I'm really hoping that I can still get quality as good, if not better than this, and it's not just a once off fluke. Because if this turns out to be a once off, I'm actually going to probably cry. Because it looks really good, and I don't want it to be like that once off thing that you're really good at, and then all of a sudden it just kind of becomes something you can't do twice, and I really hope it doesn't become like that. But I mean, it's pretty simple to build the actual heads themselves. It just takes a lot of patience, so it can't be too hard to get right like a few times more. there's there's a there's like there's you can screw up making a fursuit head, but because of what it's made out of, you can always edit it and go back and take parts off and redo it. So it's always a way to fix it. I would actually, I haven't actually made any paws or anything yet. I haven't even ordered fur yet because I've got to wait until I get money to do that. But at the moment, I've got all my vinyl and fleece and everything else I need. Even this fabric over here, if I can pull it out from underneath that piece of foam, this stuff here is going to become a bandana, and I have way too much of it, so there's going to be a lot of this floating around. So if you guys commission something from me and you want a bandana made out of this, then I can probably do that. And Poga's mum does embroidery, so you can probably get your names embroidered on it as well, which is cool. I can do double-sided bandanas as well, so yeah. And yes, I can make paws. I haven't done it before, but I can make them. It's just a matter of getting the patterns and cutting them out and sewing them together and then putting it in a box and sending it. Yeah, they really are. They're pretty helpful if you have like a lot of badges or you like to collect enamel pins and things, because then you can put things like pins and clip other badges onto it. And then it can be another way to identify you if you don't want to wear a ton of badges as well. I'm also in the process, well, not at the moment, but when I'm not in the middle of making Fursuit, I am actually in the middle of designing a business logo and getting all that set up. So, yay! I've done that wrong, for fuck's sake. Okay. I did that wrong, so I'm just going to cut that off with those because those are really sharp scissors. Try and get this crap off. Get off of the needle. Oh yes, and there's also going to be a lot of me yelling at inanimate objects, mostly because they don't cooperate, and I don't know. Supposedly yelling at them makes them work better or something. I don't actually know. But for whatever reason, yelling at inanimate objects actually makes them do what you want. I don't know why. Oof. Especially when you tell an inanimate object to stay, even though it like literally cannot go anywhere. You tell it to stay because it keeps because you've just put it somewhere and then it doesn't move at all, but you still tell it to stay anyway. Oh, jeez. When I was, because I actually picked, that was just an empty bottle falling on the floor. So I went to Spotlight because they actually have some pretty alright stuff if you look through it. And I got some of this. You can't see the proper color. It's more of a really neon lime green. In here, it looks like a really whitewashed green, but that's for his tongue. And I'm gonna have a bunch of this left over. So if anyone has a very green character that they'd want made into like a plushie or something, I can do that because I have a lot of that really intense lime green. Yeah, actually. Yeah, you come back and then you can't find it even though it actually didn't move. And you look for it for about half an hour and then you realize it's been in the most obvious spot the entire time. And you feel really stupid because you didn't think to look there first. Where's my... where did that go? Is there another one in here? Yes, there is. I am forever losing needle threads. The things that thread the thread onto the needles, I am forever losing them. Luckily, they're really cheap, so I can get them. Because threading needles is one of the most annoying fucking things to do with hand sewing, and even machine sewing sometimes. Because you use upholstery thread, which is a stronger thread, sometimes it actually doesn't want to go through needles that it should fit through because the thread just, when you cut it, it doesn't cooperate properly. So you kind of just got to either sit there frustrated for about 3 minutes or use a needle threader. And that's so much quicker. So that's why I got one, so I could actually thread the needle. I'm just sewing up all the vinyl parts, and then after I do that, I will be getting his eye blanks and putting the fabric in the eye blanks. Where they've gone, I think they're still over there somewhere. I don't know. I really hope. Actually, let me find those, because if they have gotten broken, I need to make more, and I don't want them to have been broken. So where Really? Stop. Things are falling. That's just things falling from places and stuff. And they're probably, oh god, they're probably on the table somewhere. Underneath literally everything. Move my vinyl out of the way. Too bad that didn't come on an actual roll, because that would be helpful. That's the only problem when you get some fabrics from Spotlight, is they don't actually come on a roll or anything, so you kind of just gotta hope you don't fuck it up somehow. Okay, I found one, and the outlines. Where's the other move thing? There it is. I found them. Okay. We have the eye blanks. I need to not misplace stuff, because I'm very bad at misplacing things and then not being able to find them. Chair. They're in. Please. Okay. So these, they haven't got fabric on them yet, but his eye blanks. My hair is all over the place. These are his eye blanks, and they're going to go into his face. And his facial expression, I wasn't even trying to get to that, but then I saw how it looked in photos, and I'm like, okay, yep, I'm just going to keep that and go with it, because it looks amazing. And I wasn't even trying either. It just sort of happened. I wanted to do it originally, but I didn't actually know how to do it. And then, obviously, I glued the main brow piece on a little tiny bit of an angle or something, so I don't know. But anyway, I got the expression I wanted, so that's pretty cool. I still have to sand out the actual ears, take out the plugs and sand the actual inside of the ears, so the plugs go in it a bit easier. But I've just got them in there at the moment so that the foam actually stays in place while it's patterned, because some of the foam kept moving slightly. I don't know what that's due to, but it did. I need to put a tiny bit of tape there because that's come off a little bit. Where's the end of the tape? Okay. I don't know, I'm just sort of trying to make everything work and go together, and this is actually taking a little bit longer than a lot of things have taken me ages to sew. And the really sad part is the first time I did this, this was going to be a cover or the fabric that goes over an antler, and luckily I have a ton of this fabric, because what I forgot to do, and I feel really stupid because that's like one of the basic things that you should be doing, is I forgot to flip. So my pattern pieces look like this. So you have the actual pattern on one side, you have the back of it. I forgot to actually flip the piece over so that the fabric would be going in the correct direction. So this is now a useless thing that doesn't have a purpose. But at least I have a lot of fabric of the same kind. And the other good thing is that was a trial piece, and I've now realized what I've done, and now I'm not doing it again. And I'm lucky that it was with that fabric and not the fur that I'm going to be ordering, because if it was, then that would be close to about $200 US down the drain. Because then it means I probably wouldn't actually have all of the fur that I need. I mean, I'm ordering more than I actually do need, but still, like, I'm only estimating because I've never done this before, so if for whatever reason I used some fur and I did a pattern piece wrong and I didn't have enough of the fur, then I'd have to order it and wait for it to arrive, which would probably take about 4 weeks, which would mean part of the suit would be sitting there unfinished, and that would really bug me. But yeah, I'm basically spending a lot of this day just working on my suit because I've been away for a few days in Adelaide doing some cognitive testing bullshit thing. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I've had to go and do a bunch of testing and stuff, so I haven't had time to work on this. So now that I'm actually back and not busy, I figured I might as well get some work done on him so that when I get paid, I can actually order fur and then start furring his head and get closer to being done, and then actually start constructing the bodysuit. We're going to put a bit of room in the in the chest and stomach area of the suit, because I have a feeling that I'm probably either going to put on a little bit of weight or lose a little bit of weight over the next few months. So I figured I might as well make a bit of room in the suit, just because of the fact that you can always take something in, but you can never extend it without it looking slightly weird. Like if you extend it, it will be noticeable, but if you take something in, generally it's not as noticeable. So it's a lot easier to take things in when it comes to fabric. But yeah. There's only 2 people here. Okay. But yeah, I pretty much just sit here, and this is what my day looks like most of the time when I'm at home now. Is just doing this. It probably wouldn't look exactly like this, but it does at the moment. So yeah. Okay, the seam is looking alright. I mean, my seams aren't like 110% perfect, but then again, I'm hand sewing it and it's my first suit. No one is expecting it to end up looking perfect. Trying to get everything perfect is like, I won't be able to get everything completely perfect on this suit. It's not going to happen. It's my first time doing it, so there's going to be a few things that aren't going to be perfect. But considering it is my first suit, it's actually turning out really well, and I'm actually quite shocked with how well it's turned out. I'm just going to share this link to somewhere else. What? Where the fuck did the chat go? Oh, Jesus. The chat disappeared randomly. That was weird. Okay. Because the chat disappeared off of my laptop screen. And that was weird. I wasn't expecting it to disappear. Okay. I just had to do a thing. Alright, go back to here so I can see the chat on my phone. Alright. Just sort of trying to sew things. I probably have to take a break in about half an hour to actually eat something else, because I didn't have too much for lunch. I only had like a small amount of food, so I probably will have to go, but that's okay. That's fine. But yeah, I wasn't planning to do this for the entire day of me making things either. This is just something I was doing because I was a bit bored and sick of stabbing myself in the finger and also not having anyone to talk to as well. Why does this have to happen? Thread, why you do this? Don't worry, I am actually taking care of myself. It's just I have, like, I wasn't that hungry a few hours ago, and I will have to eat something else soon. So not because I'm hungry, but because I just didn't really eat much. So yeah. What the hell? Sorry, the thread is derping on me. Like really bad. Like it's formed a pair of bunny ears and I can't seem to figure out how the fuck to undo it. Oh my god. Why? Why does this happen? Why does this have to happen? Stupid thread. Jeez. I'm trying to fix it, but it's not really helping or anything. So I think I'm just gonna have to cut the thread and then try and fix it. I guess I don't really know. Stupid thread. Okay. I don't know why it has to keep doing this. Like, seriously. I've dealt with this problem about 5 times in a row already. And now I'm dealing with it again. Yay! I hate it when this happens. Because, like, when you're hand sewing and you're trying to pull the thread through, sometimes it tangles up on its own. And then you have to sit there and try and untangle it. And if you can't do that, then you just basically have to cut the thread and retie it. Cut the thread, tie the end off, cut the thread, and then retie the whole thing, and then you have to start the fucking stitch again. Halfway through the piece. So yes. It's kind of annoying. Yeah. I mean, I'm actually not doing too bad considering. Still trying to sew up this one side of the nose piece. I'm not that quick with doing things yet because I've only just started doing it. I'm trying to make sure I'm doing everything correctly. At least I'm not trying to glue down things to a head base because sometimes I burn myself and it's pretty bad. And yeah, I swear a lot when I do that, so it sucks. But yeah, now I have on the inside of this damn nose piece. I'll show you in like 2 seconds. I have this right here. This is the result of the thread freaking tangling up on itself, and I'm really annoyed about that. But at least my seam isn't compromised or anything. Like, the seam itself looks fine. It's just that it's gonna be a bit different looking, I guess you could say. But yeah, when I'm hot gluing things down, I tend to burn myself quite a lot. Mostly because of the fact that when you're having to glue pieces, like the pieces I've had to glue onto the side of the muzzle, you try pushing them down, the glue seeps through the foam, and then it decides it wants to attach to your fingers. So that's fun. Like, really fun, you know. Then you gotta go stick your hand in cold water for about 15 minutes to 20 minutes or until the burning stops. Usually I just put my fingers on a cold pack and continue with whatever I'm doing. So they're just still getting that cold therapy stuff, but it actually allows me to still continue with whatever I was doing. Come on. Most of this is done with lattice stitching because I found that out of all the stitches that you could use, lattice stitching tends to get fairly neat seams compared to what I've gotten with other ones. And it also gets a nice flat seam that doesn't, like, with this, it actually hides a lot of the thread. Like, you can't see really see the thread in the seam. Whereas if you do just your standard, like, quilting stitch or blanket stitch or whatever you call it, you get that on the edge of the seam, and nobody wants to see that. You know, you sort of want it to look really neat, so you hide that with a lattice stitch, and it's actually working quite well to hold things together. More so because I do my stitches with a lattice stitch really close together, so everything tends to stay together really well. But yeah, I'm sort of just, I don't know. How are you guys, the few of you who are actually watching, how are you guys actually doing at the moment? Like, how are you? uh, that would be me if it wasn't fursuit making. Like if it was anything else, I'd probably be procrastinating. But because it's fursuit making, I'm actually not procrastinating because I do enjoy it despite the minor injuries and things. But I guess it's all part of the making process, really. Part of any job, actually. You can't do things without having some kind of occupational health and safety, slight occupational health and safety issue involved somewhere in the process. Hey! Aw. You guys are adorable, by the way. Ha! I need this new sticker that I'm getting soon to respond to that. I'm getting a Pona sticker soon. And it's a sticker of Rako. I'll show you it when it's actually done because it makes the surprise better. Ah, guys. Ah. What the fuck? Okay, that what the I'm here by myself and there's no one else here. And I just heard a loud ass noise behind me. I don't know if you guys actually heard that, but it came from the bedroom and there's like no one else here. It sounded like someone was like trying to bang on the door. And that freaking what the fuck? There's no one else here. And I just heard that loud ass sound. That's spooked. Hashtag 3spooky. 5me. I'm scared. Doggo, I'm scared. The other reason I'm not as, I guess, high energy in this video or whatever you want to call it is because I'm actually not in fursuit. Out of fursuit, I tend to be a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. There was this big loud noise, but I tend to be more energetic when I'm in my fursuit. When I'm out of suit, I'm actually quite a, I guess, quite a relaxed person. And that's because compared to Riker, I'm actually quite relaxed. Riker's a lot more energetic than I am. He also has a super duper edgy backstory that I'm still trying to finish writing up, but I've been procrastinating on that because it's extremely dramatic and it takes forever to write. But I am getting there slowly. It's just taking forever. Oh, just no, that's way too far away. There we go. Go to there. I went to put a stitch like way too far away from the last one, and that would have looked really weird. Also, what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck are you doing? You piece of fabric. Dumb fabric, what are you doing? Okay, figured it out. It was just trying to sew onto the wrong piece of fabric. I'm nearly done this bit, and then I gotta start sewing the other piece on. And then I will be able to not attach the nose, but at least have the nose there, because I'm going to sew the teeth. And then once I've done that, I'm going to glue those on. And then after that, I will work on the antlers again because I'm actually taking a break from working on those. But I think I might actually work on the eyes between that because I need to get them done. I may have done a stupid too with getting the paint for the eyes, but I don't know. I'm using acrylic paint, so hopefully that works. If for whatever reason, I mean, acrylic paint is fine because you can just paint over it if it ends up, if something ends up happening to it. But I'm just sort of hoping that it's not gonna look too weird. I probably should have got fabric paint, but acrylic paint is a lot cheaper. And I had to save a little bit of money somewhere. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably end up picking up a sealant or something a bit later, like just something to put over the top of it to, like something that's clear just to keep the paint on there. I mean, it should be fine because usually you don't get the eyes wet in Fursuit anyway, so it should theoretically be fine. I think. Oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry, needle unthreaded itself again. Where's the end of the fucking thread? I'm gonna pull it through before I thread the needle again. Yeah, I know. While usually you try not to get the suit head wet, there's always that just in case, because there's always that one possibility that, like, there's like a 0.1% chance that something could go very wrong involving water in your fursuit. But yeah, after this boy, I will be making Rachel, which is Poga's raccoon persona that I drew up for Poga on a base because I don't know how to draw raccoons. And after that, I will be making a wolf character for a friend. I just have to wait for them to be able to actually do the down payment. My down payment is usually $350, and that's just so I can pay for all the core building materials. Oh yes, okay. There's an eggplant in the chat. Yep. Figured as much. Thought that's what it was, but I wasn't quite looking at it until just then, so I kind of focused on trying to freaking tie this stupid thread onto this needle so it doesn't come off again and try and stab me. Okay. Where is the end of the fabric? I gotta get to it. Kind of wish that the place that does burritos was close to the unit, but it's like about a half an hour walk from here. And I really cannot be fucked going for a half an hour walk today. I just want to stay here and make things today. This is not my normal stream setup either. I'm just using my laptop at the moment. Normally I would use Poga's computer, but that's over there, and it's Poga's desk is not appropriate for fursuit making. There is like no room on it because all of the computer related stuff is on that desk. So I am sitting over here making things using my laptop. And yes, I do agree, walking can absolutely go away. I don't like walking either. I will only walk if I absolutely have to. And I don't have a car, so that means if I actually have to go somewhere, usually have to walk unless someone drives me. I need to get my license. But that requires effort. I don't know. I mean, I probably should though, because that would probably help with like moving and stuff. Because I want to move to Queensland because it's better up that way. Because South Australia is always really cold, and it kind of sucks a lot. And not to mention that the hospital here is absolutely shit and does nothing. Like seriously, the hospital here is the worst thing ever. They do not follow proper medical procedure at all. And they try and send you home as quickly as possible, even if you have something seriously wrong with you. I came out, I had my cesarean, which, if you don't know, is a surgical procedure. Now, the thing is it's a major surgical procedure. I'd had an epidural, so I couldn't walk. I had a major surgical procedure, and they wanted to fucking send me home 3 days afterwards. And I'm sitting there thinking, what the fuck? I can hardly walk some days. You expect me to leave the hospital 3 days after a procedure? And it was horrible. Yeet. I should actually go over to New Zealand and visit some people, because I have some friends over there. But I want to move to Queensland first, because yeah. Plus, I want to get away from my mother. She's not the nicest person. She causes me drama and freaking trouble everywhere I go. And I just want her out of my life, because she's not a nice person. And I know a lot of people would say, oh, how could you say that about your mum? But no, seriously, she's not a nice person. And normal me, when I'm actually normal, or when I'm being just my normal self, I don't actually say that kind of stuff lightly. Like, if I say someone is not a nice person, I'm actually being serious. Ryu, the tour guide. I don't know why, like, I mean, sure, that sounds fun. Yeah, to be fair, I have said worse things, but she did call myself and Poga horrible, horrible things, and has ruined my life for the past 13 years. So, yeah, I'm not on the greatest terms with her, and she seems to think that she's my best friend. And that really annoys me. And she acts like nothing is wrong. Eventually, I won't have to deal with her. Soon she'll be out of the picture, and then I can actually live my life without having her bullshit affecting me. Thanks, Ryu. What is even the time? Jesus, it's like nearly been an hour. Oh. Time seems to disappear when I do this. Because, yeah. Oh, thank you, Frost. Yeah. Although to be fair, nearly everyone who meets her says she's a horrible person. So, yeah. Yeah, it does. Time does fly when you're having fun. I usually find that my day tends to go by really, really, really quickly. Yeah, I'm almost done this side of the nose, so that's good. And then I'll see if it actually sits right on the face, and then I can sew the other side on. Yay! Sewing up things, like, consumes most of my day. And the only white vinyl I could find is, like, more textured than the black vinyl, so the teeth are gonna be super duper duper textured. It's like got all these little, I don't know, I don't think you can see that, but it's got like lots of little like cracks and stuff in it. I mean, I guess it'll look fine, but still, it's like all these little lines and indents in it everywhere. Okay, come on, you stupid thread, cooperate. Okay, very... His jaw, he doesn't actually... He's got quite a thick jaw and there's not a lot of space in there. So if Riker is difficult to breathe in, he's going to be a bit more difficult to breathe in, I guess. It's more just where the jaw actually sits and how the lower jaw sits. And it's because I'm actually trying to make him look like he actually would if he was a physical being in the real world. But yeah, I'm going to do... I haven't got the Velcro yet, but I'm going to do Velcro inside the mouth and do interchangeable tongues in the mouth. And that's just because of the fact that I want him to be able to have many different tongues to be able to put into his mouth so that he can have a lot of different, I guess, ones to make photos look a bit different, because he's got this permanent what are you looking at sort of expression, so just makes photos a little more interesting. How did I know you were going to say something like that? I mean, it's definitely not the worst thing someone can like. That's for sure. I don't mind it, but only when it's like, honestly, only when it's like art. And yes, it needs to have all the blips. Where can I actually cut through that? Where's my fucking magnifying glass thing? Where the fuck it go? No. Where is it? I don't know. I think it's gone. It's under this. Okay. Yes. I need this magnifying glass because I need to get through a thing and I can't actually see what the fuck I'm doing. Here we go. So this magnifying glass comes with the quick unpick. And it's actually really cool. I have the sharp thing. I have a danger. I need to try and sever that without cutting the actual thread. Because what happened is when the thread came through, it pulled through the fibers from the backing, which are white, and the nose is black vinyl. So while it wouldn't matter on something that was white vinyl, it's very, very obvious on the nose, and it's really annoying. So I'm trying to get rid of it without ruining my vinyl or breaking the thread. Let's try and get this off, maybe. Come on. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, where is that? Jesus Christ. I should be wearing my glasses, but I'm not. Because I'm stupid, and also they're in the other room and I can't be bothered going and getting them. It would probably make this a little bit easier, but I literally cannot be bothered right now. This stupid fibers. I don't know where my good scissors went. I had them. They are still here. Me and losing things underneath other things. Jesus. Yeah, every blip in existence. I just have to make sure that no one steals them when I'm out fursuiting. Like, as in, because the fact that they have Velcro and they Velcro in, like, it'd be pretty interesting if someone grabbed your tongue and then all of a sudden just came out. And they just stand there holding a fursuit tongue in their hand and they're like, what the hell? So they're not expecting a tongue to just pop out of the head. Although I'd hate if a kid did that though. That'd be pretty annoying. Kids are alright, but sometimes when they grab things on your fursuit, they try and pull them off. And then if they manage to pull them off, they run away with it because they think it's funny. But, I mean, it's not really funny. But you got to try not to be you know, you gotta try not to yell. You just gotta kind of, because when you're in character, you're trying to be this big, happy, fluffy animal. So you gotta just kind of, I guess, follow them or try and get their parent to give it back. Like I've had a kid steal one of Riker's props before, and I swear I don't know how it managed to happen, but it ended up in this big puddle of water. Yeah, I mean, I've had some pretty good experiences though. Like I've had kids come up to me and want to dance, and I've played hide and seek with a few people, and you know, they love fursuits, but they tend to roughhouse them a bit. So you just sort of gotta be cautious, I guess you can say, when interacting with kids in fursuits, because I mean, they're not the worst people to interact with in fursuits. Adults can actually be worse when you're in a fursuit, and I'm saying this because while kids have tried pulling things off of my suit and whatnot, I've had a grown adult, threaten to throw me into the South Bank River, the river that runs right next to South Bank Parklands. I've had a grown adult say that if I kept walking in that direction, they were going to grab me and throw me over the railing into the river. And I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? I'm just trying to walk to the fucking meat. Leave me alone. Because all I was trying to do was, because I travelled up to Brisbane, so, and I had to take my fursuit because I couldn't take a lot of stuff with me because I didn't have a way to transport everything. And I didn't have a specific bag to transport Riker in. So I had to wear him or carry him. I can't remember which one it was, but I've been threatened to be thrown into a river by a grown adult. And you'd think, you know, an adult would have the decency to say, hey, could you please go away? Instead of, if you come near me, I'm going to throw you in the river. Like, that's just immature. And honestly, it's ridiculous that people threaten costumers like that. Like, because at the end of the day, there's a person under that costume. Like, where's the human decency? Where's the general kindness? Does it exist? No, probably not. Oh well. I mean, it happened and it's happened and it's in the past, and yeah, some people are really, really big idiots. I mean, I've been harassed by people while in fursuit. I've been harassed by fursuiters while in fursuit. I've had people follow me around during conventions, and not the standoffish, I want to hang out with you kind of follow you around, the kind of follow you around where they literally just stare at you and walk around following you. The creepy kind. I've had people threaten me. Yeah. Fursuiting is fun and all, but there's a time where people can be complete dicks towards you, and you kind of just gotta, I guess, it sounds stupid, but you sort of just gotta be expecting it with some people. There are a few people out there who tend to be a bit interesting. So you sort of just, if you run into them, you kind of expect it. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of people in general, really. I mean, I've got my friends and I'll happily hang out with them, but people in general, just random people, tend to make me feel very uncomfortable. At least in Fursuit, it kind of covers that up, that they make me uncomfortable, so I can just kind of just exist without. Oh, thank you. Oh, I just saw that pop up in the chat then. Come on. There's lots of interesting people in this world. But yes, this took me less than a week I think to completely construct from bucket to completed head base. I'm not making the duct tape dummy until my fur arrives. Mostly because of the fact that I want it to actually fit. Yes, interesting, people. Note the quotation marks. Air quotes. But yeah, I've used about 3 rolls of masking tape on his face to pattern it, by the way. He takes so long. Like, he took so long to finish building, and then now that I'm finished actually building him, I'm realizing that that wasn't even the longest part, and the sewing is going to take a lot longer. What you want? The I mean, this suit is kind of mine, so but if you want to commission me, I will be opening for commissions as soon as I set everything up to do that. I might even actually be getting a proper website too, not a hosted domain website, but like a proper website. That depends on, of course, that depends on money and things. But I should be getting a website at some point. But until then, I'll probably just have like a new Fur Affinity page and all those sorts of things. I can probably make a Tumblr or something, but my commissions will be open as soon as I set everything up. So probably in a few weeks, I guess, because I have to register a business number and try and get PayPal to work and stuff. Because yeah, PayPal is good, but they have to actually let me register an account properly, a business account. So but yeah, with my fursuits, I generally have if it's a standard wolf character, it's about a $350 deposit, and that's so I can buy things like the vinyl that I can get locally, hot glue sticks, thread, any like replacement sewing needles, tape, things like that, like all those sorts of things. Foam as well, because I get all that locally. That's what all that sort of stuff covers. It also covers the fabric for the bandana, because I tend to go into Spotlight and just find whatever I can and then just take photos of it. Generally, with the bandanas, I ask for a color scheme, or I find something that is a color scheme or a pattern, or I find something that I know is of interest to the person or is of interest of similar color palette or complementary color palette to the persona. And that's just so that everything looks really nice together. Like his bandana is the black and white skull fabric, and I've decided on that because his plugs have skulls on them. But usually, because his suit is going to be mostly brown and red and black, I decided upon getting a black and white piece of bandana fabric. Ah, ha, ha. Huh. Oh, stupid thing. Yeah, I'm almost done this piece, and then I can tie it off, and then I can start the next piece. And I'm going to cut off that really annoying piece of thread that keeps on getting stuck in things. Okay. Now, pull that through. And once this is through, I've actually got to tie the whole thing off. Come on. Come on, you stupid. There we go. Okay. So pull that nice and tight and tie it off. Yes, I will be opening for commissions probably in a few weeks. I won't have any actual examples up as of yet, but just know that anything I actually make, that they will become example photos and things. But basically, I take a deposit on the fursuit to buy the basic materials, and then you can just pay off the rest as you go. I generally don't start the fursuit until it's all paid off, though. And as for shipping, I tend to calculate shipping a bit later, and that's just because once I've completed a suit, it allows the person to save up for shipping. I can always give an estimate, but I can't get the exact price for the shipping until after the suit is done. And that's just because of the fact that I can give an estimate, but who knows how big of a box that suit is actually going to need. That's one of the bigger things with estimating. The price of shipping is the size of the box that the suit actually goes in. I mean, you can compact it slightly, but I wouldn't want to compact it too much because I wouldn't want to have the structural integrity of the head be slightly, I guess, becoming slightly damaged or anything by this. Okay, let me find the end of that so I can tie this off. I'll try to anyway, with all this crap here. Okay. For a head, it would depend on the species. The 350 still remains for materials, in general. And it would also depend on the number of colors. If it was a 2-color suit, you'd be looking at about maybe anywhere between $650 to $700. And that might sound expensive, but I have to get my fur shipped from America, so the reason it sounds expensive is because it is expensive because of the fact that I've got to ship the fur from America, and shipping is one of the most expensive bloody things that you ever have to deal with. For a full suit, I can't confirm yet, but I'd say it'd be closer to about $1,500 US. And that's just because of the fact that, well, yeah, shipping is expensive. I'm from Australia, so shipping is always going to be more expensive no matter what country I'm sending something to. Shipping is very expensive in Australia. It will generally cost me about $10 more to ship something somewhere else around the globe than it will for someone who lives in a different country to ship them to that country. So yeah, everything is very expensive. Also, things like fur we generally have to order from America because the fur that we get over here is quite poor quality. I've been told I sound British, I've been told I sound Australian, and at times I've been told I sound American. So yeah, I mean, I get told I sound like a lot of different accents and things by a few different people. Okay, and I had to redo the pattern pieces for the nose because I wasn't happy with where I originally put the seams on the nose, but now I am. And now I'm just hoping that everything goes together nicely. Well, I mean, if you can get materials cheap enough to do a $200 head, that's good. But for me, I try not to cheap out on materials. I actually try to get really good quality stuff. And that's just because of the fact that with something like this being as expensive as it is, you want it to last for a long time. So generally you want to use higher quality materials. And all of the materials I use, some can be upcycled, but it's not just paying for materials as well. It's also paying for some of it is also paying for the time that it takes, because while I may be able to construct a head base in about a week, the actual time it takes to put everything together, sew it all up, and make sure everything's all finished off and looking nice can take me anywhere between 2 to 5 weeks, if not longer, because of the fact that I have so many, like, because of the fact that I've got, like, I'm an adult and I actually have a son. And I've got things that I have to do as an adult. Like, I have a life as well. So, building a fursuit does take up most of my spare time. So I do a labor charge with my fursuits because of the fact that it does actually take up a lot of my spare time. And also because of the fact that I get because of the fact that I get burns like that one on my finger just there. I get stabbed with needles. I get burns constantly. I get stabbed with needles. I get so many minor injuries that not charging for labor is ridiculous. I'm not actually going to turn him into a furry, but I'm going to have it there for him to, I guess, experience, to see if he likes it or not. And if he likes it, then I'll help him make a persona and make him a fursuit. But if he doesn't like it, that's up to him. I don't want to force him into anything he doesn't like, because as a kid, that's something that I had happen to me, and I really didn't like that. So yeah. But yeah, I do have to charge for labor, and also having the price up a bit higher also helps me replace materials. If, say, I run out of hot glue or a certain color of thread or a certain type of fabric or something halfway through making a suit. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello, Panda Bean. I see you there. I am making fursuit and streaming because I am bored. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit hard to know what Ashley's actually going to be like. Ashley is my son's name, by the way. It's a bit hard to know what he's going to be like. He's only just over a month old, so it's a bit tricky to tell. Yes, it's the panda. It's not just a panda, it's the panda. How's your movie going? Or going to, like, I'm guessing you've finished watching one and you're about to go watch another one or something? The stream's gonna go for until I get bored of streaming and then turn off the stream, basically. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna do this until I get either bored or hungry. Basically. Yeah, I'm sewing the nose. And because he has a rounded nose, it's taking a little bit longer than if it was just a triangle nose. And I have to sew little tiny seams everywhere. Okay, see these triangle bits here? I have to sew them up. Those big massive triangles there, I have to sew them together to make it curved. So, yay! Yeah, I've got the chat open on my phone so I can actually see what people are saying without having to actually look too far away from what I'm doing. That's just a safety thing because I don't really feel like stabbing myself. I mean, I have a few times, but like I don't want to do it really bad because if I do, then that's gonna hurt and ow. Yes, I'm making the boop a snoot, boop a snoot. But he has come here. He has teeth beans, and they will be my next thing that I will sew after I'm done sewing the nose. He has the teeth bean. Okay. Yeah, this is. I mean. No, 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 no. I do not want to watch that movie. No. No. I'm sorry. I cannot do gory movies, especially at this point in time. No thanks. No. And I miss you too, but I can't do gory movies. They spook me too much, and I can't look at them, which means I miss like 90% of the damn movie. I used to be able to, like without even batting an eyelid, but now I really struggle to. So, wait, what? Wait, what? What? Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I probably should have, but fursuit making. Yeah, the stupid thing. But yeah, I'm kind of just hoping that everything, I guess, works out right now with this fursuit. What is my computer doing? It's a new. I think it's a new Predator movie or something. The new one that got brought out pretty recently. I don't really want to watch it because, from what I've heard, it's extremely gory. I'm streaming on my laptop, and I have my phone on the table. Because that was the easiest setup I could do. I wouldn't be able to do it too. Hey, what the fuck? The birds making noise on the roof. That's what that noise was. The house with but yeah, I'm streaming on my laptop because that was the easiest thing I could think of. So yeah, you can probably hear the fan noises, and I'm sorry if you can. Um, yeah, I know. They're freaking loud as all hell. They made this big ass loud bang earlier and scared the hell out of me, and I thought that someone was in the house, and it actually scared me. I was pretty scared. Ah, Thread, why are you? Ow! Freaking stupid needle. Tried to stab me in the side of the finger and it only pricked me a little bit. Yeah, I'm just using my laptop microphone because I don't have a separate microphone, and I don't really want to try and use Progress because I don't want to disconnect it from the PC and possibly screw things up. So, Jesus, fucking stupid fabric, dumb fabric, work. Come on. But I don't want to touch anything. I don't really want to. And plus, it would probably take up extra space on the table, which I'm kind of running out of, actually. And I'm actually kind of worried about unplugging the wrong thing, if I'm to be honest. But yeah, the other movie is the new Predator movie or something, and that's pretty gory. So yeah, no thanks. I'm good. But the laptop is taking up like 90% of the space that's on the bench, like that's available on the bench. Wait, what? You broke the chicken? How did you break the chicken? How did you break the chicken? What? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I figured out who you are. I'm a derp for not realizing. Now I understand about the chicken. Because I didn't realize you changed your name on YouTube. Vietnam flashbacks. Oof. Oof. I've been bamboozled. Well, I didn't know, and plus I put the link in a few places, so how was I actually meant to know who it was? I put the link on a few different sites, so yeah. Get wrecked. Oof. God. You stupid fabric. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, that time that actually spooked me. I think this house might be haunted. The door actually moved. Like the bedroom door. And it is shut, but it made noise like it was trying to open. That scared the fuck out of me. This house is spooky. It's doing me a spook. Wait. Wait, who are you saying why doesn't have lobster sonar? What? Who? Panda doing me a confuse. Yikes. You dumb fabric. Why you gotta. Okay. It's not going to be the most even of seams, but it's still going to work. Me too. Yes, I am doing the sewing. I'm trying not to stab myself. It's fun, apparently. Apparently, it's fun sewing with a needle and trying not to stab yourself. Hand sewing takes forever. Okay. Oof, okay. Come on. What the heck is going on? Even. Okay, what the heck? There's something happening with this. Ah, I see what is happening now. It was doing me a confuse, and now I've fixed it. I ran out of green. I'm gonna make more. That's pretty good, actually. Jesus, I forgot how cheap that place was. I feel like they're kind of undercharging, but probably the reason they do it is because of stuff like Netflix. Like, they probably wouldn't have a lot of people that would actually go to the cinema anymore. It's probably why everything is as cheap as it is. Yeah, I know. It's actually fresh popcorn. Like, they make fresh popcorn before every single movie, which is really good because it's always yum. Oh, that's too close to the edge. I really have to fix that. Okay, that happened. Yay! Snapped. Fucking ruined. I put the thread too close to the edge of the vinyl and it kind of just put a little tiny slit in the vinyl on the edge, so now I have to sew that again. Come on, you stupid dumb fabric. Cooperate with me, please. Yeah, that'd be good. I'm just kind of using the freaking. I don't know, YouTube's layout is weird and I didn't know how to set it up other than just pressing the go live button. And I couldn't set up OBS because it wasn't fucking cooperating with me properly. So I need help with setting up OBS on my laptop because, yeah, it didn't want to cooperate at all. Plus, I need to get all the like image files from my streams off of your computer. Yeah, I'll have a look at that one because I just downloaded the normal OBS, like the actual studio, and it was being a derp. So yeah, someone is messaging you on Discord or something. Either that or they're posting something in the group chat. Because your computer keeps on going nuts over there quietly. It's been doing that for a little bit. Okay. Almost done sewing up one of the seams on the nose. Then we'll sew up the other one. Then we can sew the other side on. Then we can get onto sewing the teeth. Yes, that is your Discord in the background, and it's making it makes a bit of noise. And then you also have Telegram notifications as well. Oof. Kind of want Zambrero, but it's like on the other side of town and stuff. I cry. I mean, it's not on the other side of town, but for me, it kind of feels like it because it's about a half-hour walk, and I really cannot be bothered leaving the house today. Plus, I want to get more work done. Yeah, I mean, I could do that, but that involves getting up and actually going over there. getting up from here and going over to your PC and actually physically pressing buttons. More time I could be spending trying to sew. I say trying because the thread keeps on derping. Oh my god, it did it again. It's done it the second time. I don't know what that was, don't ask. Uh... Oh, okay. Does that mean I have to leave the house though? Oof. Plus, I'm not that good with keeping my camera stable while I'm walking. Sorry that you're bored, Nike Pro Hater. I'm like, this is kind of just a stream of me talking at it about whatever I'm doing or just talking at people. So, yeah. Nice one, Ryu. I was waiting for someone to do that. I was waiting for the dad joke. I should be making the dad jokes. Really. I mean, yeah, but it involves actually holding my phone at the same level as I walk. And if you know me, when I walk, I get really tired. It's very physically demanding. Yeah. Like, very physically demanding. Dad jokes are the best jokes. I have a feeling Pogo would agree with you there. Sometimes they're pretty bad jokes, but pretty sure Pogo would agree with that statement. Like, I don't say bad as in like they're really bad jokes. I just mean bad as in like, oh my god. Like the sort of, I don't know how to explain it. I don't actually know how to explain it. Wait, what? I have got. Since when have you gotten a chat restriction? What? You have a chat restriction? How do I fix that? Why do you have a chat restriction? You shouldn't have one. Oh, okay. Ugh. Okay, I need to go turn that heater off. It's so warm in here. I'll be back in 2 seconds. You're gonna walk around the table to do it. Okay. I'm gonna go back over there now. Oof. Stupid chair move. Okay, I'm back over here. I turned the heater off because it's warm in this room. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Hello? Oh, okay, sure. Yeah. I can do that. Yep. Yep. Nah, it was my phone's on vibrate, so. Nice. I don't even know how to pause the stream because I don't have freaking a thing that lets me do that, so I can't pause the stream. Like, I can't stop it because then I have to go to the trouble of actually setting it back up again. Okay. Okay. Chair stream. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, I need your help setting up OBS and stuff because yeah, it's derp. I got the actual studio and it derped on me. Yes, of course I do. Of course I do. Nice. Okay, well, I'm actually gonna have to go pretty shortly because I'm trying to do a thing and I can't do it one-handed. Okay. I will see you soon. Yep. Okay. Love you too. Bye. Proga called me randomly. Oh. YouTube, what the heck? Yes, you did call me. It was you. It was the panda. The panda. I'm tied this off and it's not working. Oof. Dumb fabric. Why are you not working? That's just gonna break the fabric if I do that. Jesus Christ. Okay. Doing that is just gonna break the fabric. We don't want that. That's got like no curve to it whatsoever. But that's right, because it does this, because it's actually going under the horn there. It'll probably have more curve to it when I actually finish sewing it. Yeah, you probably should go soon. I mean, if your movie starts soon, might be a good idea. Which reference? Oof. I probably wasn't paying enough attention to pick it up. To pick up on it, I mean. To pick it up, what even? What is English even? Oh, the dumb fabric. Yes. It's actually it is a line from My Little Pony, but I have started saying it too because the fabric is being stupid. Where is the needle threader? Go. You stupid. So yeah, I just have to sew this and then I can go on to sewing the teeth and then I'll go on to making the eyes, I think. I think I should probably take a break from streaming though, because yeah, I'm actually starting to get just a little bit drowsy. So might be better if I'm not focusing on the stream at the same time. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a bit. I might stream a bit later. I guess, I don't know. I'll see you guys all later.